Recent headlines were made talking about AI using Bitcoin. I'll be going through a couple of threads talking about this very thing and explaining what this could mean in the near future. This first thread is by Ollie the Dev, at Ollie the Dev. AI agents are programmable entities interacting with their environments to achieve set goals. They can adapt to new situations and perform a variety of tasks, from debugging code to making API calls for purchasing data or real-world resources. But how do these AI agents pay for resources? With an innovative protocol called L402, AI agents can now leverage Bitcoin, Internet's native currency, to pay for web content access directly, a digital wallet for your digital assistant, if you will. Envision a world where autonomous AI agents accomplish tasks from broad prompts requiring interaction with markets to make pricing decisions. In such a world, thousands of transactions are needed daily, something Bitcoin Lightning Network can sustain. But this isn't just about AI or Bitcoin individually. It's about their collaborative power. It's a future where AI agents and Bitcoin play critical roles, creating a decentralized, autonomous, and highly dynamic digital environment. These AI agents will not only transact with us, but with each other as well. They will buy, sell, trade, and make a multitude of micro decisions and payments every day. All of this is made possible by the power of Bitcoin and the Lightning Network. This isn't just about technological advancement. It's a paradigm shift in how we understand and utilize AI and Bitcoin. It's a step towards the future. Are you ready to hop on board the hype wagon? Because it's going to be an exciting ride. A big thank you to Ollie the Dev for writing that one and exploring what AI and Bitcoin could look like. But I'd like to get into some specifics because that's all kind of out here in the nebulous sort of ideas, AI transacting, using Bitcoin, but doing what exactly? I'm going to jump over to a thread written by Luke Broyles now, at Luke_Broyles. Recently, the CEO of the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock, talked positively about Bitcoin on TV. And if you're even remotely somehow adjacent to the Bitcoin space, then you've definitely heard about Larry Fink, BlackRock, and the spot Bitcoin ETF filing. They have their fingers in almost everything. This was significant, Larry Fink talking about Bitcoin, because he was viciously against Bitcoin. That reminds me of Michael Saylor. Yet is now embracing it. Remaining Bitcoin, 60 billion. BlackRock assets under management, 8.6 trillion, more than 140 times more. Here's the problem, Luke says. They, BlackRock, view Bitcoin as, quote, digital gold, end quote, for investors. While this may be a useful metaphor, it misses the really big deal. If Bitcoin were to merely be digital gold, it would become 700,000 plus, but misses the entire concept of AI and a digitized world using Bitcoin. Similar to saying, quote, the internet is a big deal because it's like a digital newspaper. It's true, but if you limit your view, you'd think the internet is only blog posts. You'd miss over 95% of the innovation. Think about all of the things that we do on the internet that are not just reading news. We listen to music, we share pictures with each other, we post videos, we are digitizing information. The cost to learn almost anything now is basically zero. Think about all the people that used to run businesses that were 1-hour photo developers. All of those places that you'd see in strip malls or in businesses all over the place, in Walgreens, drugstores, where you'd go in, you'd take your film roll, your actual physical film or your Kodak or whatever, you'd take it to the person, you'd go do some shopping, and you come back and you pick up your pictures. Well, those don't exist anymore, except for a few real niche situations. When you think about people losing those jobs, where are all those people now? I don't know. They've found other things to do. They learned how to do a new skill and they've moved on. They're doing something else. They're not sitting there crying about, oh, I used to be around chemicals and I have to sit there and be in front of a camera operating machine. Oh, I don't have my job at Walgreens anymore. No, they went and did something else now. And if you really were into cameras and you like doing that old school processing, that's still out there. There's still some demand for that, but it's not what most people need anymore. And if you go on vacation, you're not limited by canisters of film anymore. You're not worried about them being ruined by exposure to the sun or something. No, it's all on your phone and you can take unlimited photos. You can sit there and take photos all day long, and all you're limited by is the number of times you can press the dang button. This image is amazing by Crocia, so Jesse Myers. We've got TCP/IP here. This is the base layer. This is the protocol layership. No ownership possible. You can't own that. It's just what we have the internet working on right now. This is like owning parts of granite that people are building sections of Manhattan on. And Michael Saylor talks about this all the time.
If you can standardize oil, you create standardized energy. He basically developed and refined and distributed liquid energy to the world. And it was powerful enough to allow the United States to win both world wars. It tilted the course of Western civilization because Rockefeller provided liquid energy to the West, and we used that energy to defeat, the Axis. And you can trace the wins in World War I and World War II and many other struggles to the superior energy system.
So is that happening with Bitcoin? Are we twisting civilization again?
I think it is. I think that if you look at civilization and you say, what do we build the 20th century civilization? It's like a layer of liquid energy followed by what? A layer of metallic energy. Carnegie gave us steel. Steel is the apex metallic energy. Ask any civil engineer, what's the best material to build anything with? The answer is steel. Ask any aerospace engineer, what's the best material to build anything with? The answer is aluminum. Mm-hmm. Andrew Mellon became a very wealthy person, a patron of the arts, because of the Aluminum Company of America. Aluminum, steel, oil, these are all just forms of energy, right?
Quote, "These are all forms of energy," end quote. And Bitcoin is the purest form of energy that we have yet. Now, when you hear that, the question might be, okay, where's the so what? What are we going to do with that? You've got this base layer. Ownership is possible. Great. It's a granite to build what on? And I wish I had an answer for you. I wish I did. I wish I was prescient enough to tell you, oh, this kind of business will be there. You'll have an Amazon type thing. You'll have a this type thing. But I don't think it will be anything that we've seen thus far. So I don't have those answers. It's impossible for me to tell you what a decentralized network will give rise to. There are currently 1.5 billion adults in the developed world contributing to our modern economy. What happens when the other 3.5 billion adults join over the coming decades? What happens when we have 100 billion AI programs that work smarter and faster than us join as well? And my opinion is that 100 billion AI is a really low figure. I'm gonna guess it's orders of magnitude higher than that. This here is the HODL model. It shows available supply for trade. This is right here. And as the price is going up, more and more people are hodling. So price is going up and people are saying, no, I hold diamond hands. Every innovation, even AI, will rush as quickly as possible to competitively force prices down. Every country will rush as quickly as possible to print currency to force prices up and sustain credit markets. Both of these forces will increase in speed. We have less in common with the future than the past. Bitcoin is trading for hundreds of millions of political currency units in many nations already. But the actual big deal is that all prosperity gains from all future innovations will flow into society's base money, Bitcoin. With Bitcoin, everything else is demonetized. And I have heard that again and again and again, and it didn't really click for me. I'll be making an entire video on that soon. But right now, what I want to leave you with is thinking about this. If the best money in the world is also the base layer for a new way of doing practically everything, how can you put a price on that?